Hi students, welcome to online class. In this video, we are going to discuss about chapter 14 classes and objects. In this video, now we are going to see the next topic, referencing class members. How to refer the class members. Do you remember students? The class consists of two members. What are they? Data members and member functions. Can you understand students? The class consists of two members. One is called data member and another one is called member function. So how can we access the class members? How the object can access the class member? How we can refer the class member? See students, here they are given the members of the class are referenced, that is accessed. What is the meaning of the word referenced? Referenced means accessed. So the members of the class are referenced or accessed by using the object of the class followed by the dot operator and the name of the member. Can you understand students? So first of all, we want to refer the class members by using the object of the class. Whatever the object we declare for that class, whatever the object we declare for that class, using that object we can access the class member. Using the declared object, whatever the object we declared for that particular class, using that object we can access the members, that is data members and member function. So the object of the class followed by the dot operator. Dot operator is otherwise called as membership operator. So the object of the class followed by the membership operator or dot operator, and after that we want to give the name of the member. The member may be data member or member function. The member may be data member or member function. Can you understand students? Now you can see the general syntax for calling the member function. How can we call the member function? For that they have given the syntax. So see here, object underscore name dot function name, that is function underscore name. Can you see students? So first of all, object name is given, then dot operator, that is membership operator, then name of the member. What is the name of the member? That is member function name. Member function name should be given. So that is what they have given as function underscore name. Function underscore name. And as well as they have given the actual parameter. So within the parenthesis they are passing the parameters. Within the parenthesis they are passing the parameters. So whenever we are calling the function, we pass the actual parameter. Whenever we are calling the function, we pass the actual parameter. Can you understand students? Object name dot function underscore name, then within the parenthesis we are passing the actual parameter. Now you can see the program. From this program you can understand how the class members are referenced, how the class members are accessed. Now you see first two lines, hash include IO stream, then using namespace std. Using namespace std. Then inside the they are declaring the class first. They are declaring the class first. So what is the class name? The class name is compute. What is the class name students? The class name is compute. Then int n1 comma n2. Int n1 comma n2. But n1 and n2 are the data members, but it is not yet given under private or protected or public. So no access specifier is specified. No access specifier is specified. So N1 and N2 comes under private access specifier. N1 and N2 comes under private access specifier. So they have given, see there, private by default. Private by default. Then see the public. Inside the public, what they have given? Int N. So N is another data member that comes under public. N is another data member comes under public. Can you understand, students? Right. N1, N2 private access data members comes under private, and then N is a data member comes under public. Then what is the class name? Yes, compute is the class name. Now you can see the member function. See the member function here. What is the member function? So that is inline member function. Why it is inline member function? Previous videos we have studied. Why this member function is inline, students? Yes, this member function is defined inside the class. The member functions defined inside the class behave like inline function. The member functions defined inside the class behave like inline member function. So int add int a comma int b. Int add int a comma int b. So int add is the function. So add is the function name. Add is the member function name. Then int a comma int b. These two are formal parameters. Add is the member function name. Int a comma int b is the formal parameters. Then inside the member function, they are declaring local variable int c. Int c is called the local variable because it is defined inside the function. It is defined inside the member function. So int c equal to a plus b. So a and b is added together and it is stored in int c. And it is stored in c. Simple way we can say that c. So int c equal to a plus b. A plus b is added, a and b is added, and then it is stored in c. Then the return statement, return c. Why we are using return statement? Because the member function's data type is integer. The member function's data type is integer. So we are returning c. We are returning the value. Member functions. So add is the member function. Add is the member function. What is its data type? Integer. So return type is integer. We want to return something. So we are returning c. Can you understand, students? Then we are terminating the class. We are terminating the class. But when we are terminating the class, at that time we are creating the objects. Whenever we are terminating the class, at that time we are creating the object. C1, C2. C1, C2 are the global objects. C1, C2 are called the global objects. Can you understand, students? Shall I recall this? What is the class name? Compute is the class name. And then what are the data members? N1, N2 are the data members that comes under private. Then int n is a data member that comes under public. Then add is the member function name. Add is the member function name. Its return type is integer. Its return type is integer. Then int a comma int b. These two are parameters, formal parameters. Then int c is a local variable. We are adding a plus b. We are adding a plus b and then result is stored in c. Result is stored in c. Then we are returning c. Why we are returning c? Because member function's data type is integer. Other than void means we want to use return statement. So returning c. Then we are creating two objects c1, c2, global objects. Whenever we are terminating the class, we are creating the two objects c1, c2. So those are global objects. Then in the main function, now we are coming to the main function. Class is terminated. We are coming to the main function. Inside the main function, we are using the object c1.n equal to c1.n is equal to. So c1 is an object, n is a data member. C1 is an object, n is a data member. C1 dot n is equal to C1 dot add. So using the first object C1, we are calling the member function. Using the first object C1, we are calling the member function add. So C1 dot add 12 comma 15. C1 dot add 12 comma 15. So we are calling the member function using the first object. We are calling the member function using first object C1 dot add. We are passing two values. We are passing the two values 12 comma 15. We are passing the two values 12 comma 15. So 12 will be stored in int A. See here, 12 will be stored in int A, and then 15 will be stored in B, int B. So 12 is passed to A, 15 is passed to B. 12 is passed to A, 15 is passed to B. Then automatically A plus B, so 12 plus 15, it will be added together. It shows 27. So 27 is stored in C. Can you understand, students? Again I recall, C1 dot n is equal to C1 dot add 12 comma 15. Using the first object C1, we are accessing the data number n, C1 dot n. Then at the same time we are assigning C1 dot n equal to the data number is assigned to calling the member function. We are calling the member function C1 dot add. C1 dot add 12 comma 15. So 12 comma 15 are the actual parameter that is passed to the member function add. 12 comma 15 is the actual parameter that is passed to the member function add. So 12 is stored in A, 15 is stored in B. Then int C, local variable, so that will be assigned as 12 plus 15. So 12 plus 15, 27. 27 is assigned to C. Then we are returning C. So 27 comes to this place after the equal to, that is where the member function is calling. That calling part 27 is returned. So 27 is stored in C1 dot n. 27 is stored in C1 dot n. So first object C1 dot n is assigned as 27. C1 dot n is assigned as 27. So like that, next line, second object C2 dot n. C2 dot n is equal to C2 dot add. C2 dot n is equal to C2 dot add. So second object is calling the member function add, and then we are passing the actual parameter 8 comma 4. We are passing the actual parameter 8 comma 4. So 8 is assigned to A, and then 4 is assigned to B. 8 is assigned to A, and then 4 is assigned to B. Then again, so A and B value is assigned. Now again int C is equal to A plus B. So 8 plus 4 12. 8 plus 4 12. So that is stored in C. Again we are returning C. So here it comes, the value 12 will comes to this place. The value 12 will come to this place. So C2 dot n is equal to 12. C2 dot n equal to 12. Can you understand, students? So now we are printing Cout sum of object 1. Sum of the first object is C1 dot n contains 27. Sum of object 1 contains 27. So like that, Cout sum of object 2 contains 12. So C2 dot n means 12 will be printed. Then at last you see Cout sum of two objects. Now we are going to add sum of two objects. Sum of two objects means, so we want to add the two objects C1 dot n plus C2 dot n. C1 dot n already contains 27. C2 dot n contains 12. So 27 plus 12 automatically it shows 39. Can you understand, students? In the printing we are adding the two objects. In the printing line we are adding the two objects. So now let us see this thing in a practical manner. Before that I copied the program. So click on the start menu. Dev C++, then control plus N, control plus V. So we want to paste the program. After pasting, so I am doing some changes, just space is not left out in a proper manner. So I am leaving the space in all the areas wherever the space is needed. So space is given. After giving the space in a correct manner, then we want to save the file. So now I have given the space. After leaving the space in a correct manner, so I am going to save the program. Control plus S. So we are going to save it as referencing the class members. So after saving the file, F11, compile and execute. Compilation and execution will be done together. So now you can see sum of object 1. So we can give equal to. So equal to means then the value will be separated. So we can give equal to. So we can leave space equal to, because the value does not seem to be very clear. So F11. So now you can see the values in a clear manner. Can you see here? So the space is not left out in the previous time. That's why now I have left out the space. So sum of object 1 27. How it is 27? 12 plus 15, 27. Then 8 plus 4, 12. Then 2 objects are added. 2 objects means 27 plus 12, 39. Can you understand, students? Right. Now we can see this output in here sum of object 1 27, sum of object 2 12, sum of the 2 objects are 39. So 2 objects are added together. Can you understand, students? See, we have discussed about the array. Do you remember that or not? See, in the previous example, in the previous program, we have created 2 objects. Is it right or not? So 2 objects we have created with different names, C1, C2. If I want to create 5 objects, then how can I create? So C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. So if I want to create more number of objects, is it possible to declare many objects? 10 objects or 20 objects, can you declare easily? No. It will be a difficult process for you. So C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C12. Like that you want to declare more number of objects. So instead of that, you can use the array concept here. You can use the array concept. What is mean by array? One or more values can be stored in one variable. Is it right or not? One or more values can be stored in one variable. So we are going to imply the same concept. Even an array of objects can be created for a class. Array of objects means more number of objects. Even an array of objects can be created for a class, that means more number of objects. It is declared and defined in the same way as any other type of array. It can be declared as like an ordinary array statement. It can be declared as an ordinary array statement. See the example here. Student. So student is the class name. Student is the class name. And see here the object name is given S of 10. See, if a student class contains 10 objects, S, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6, like that, instead of declaring like that, we can declare one object. In the one object we can pass the array. Can you understand, students? Instead of declaring one or more objects with the different names, we can declare one object. Using the array, we can pass many objects inside that. Using the array, we can pass many objects within one object. See here, student S of 10. So student is a class name. S of 10 represents S of 0, first object. S of 1, second object. S of 2, third object. So S of 3, fourth object. S of 4, fifth object. So like that it goes on. So where student is the class name and S of 10 is the 10 objects created for the student class. Student is a class name and S of 10 is the 10 objects created for the student class. Can you understand, students? So I hope you might have understood this video. So regarding the referencing the class members. So thank you, students. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.